call you difficult, my son, selfish, proud, too cold. The moment you refuse to play the role they bought and sold, they'll rewrite every story, make you out to be the worst, because you wouldn't bend, because you wouldn't thirst for their approval, for their praise. You stop performing and they can't erase. The villain's role is not your truth, it's just their way to cope with losing the control they had, with watching their rope slip from your neck, your hands, your will. You're breathing now and free. They hate the version you became, the one they cannot see. They don't hate you, they hate that you refuse to be their plan. You stopped being their extension and became your own man. They built a script for you, my son, a character they wrote, predictable, compliant, a puppet on their boat. And when you stepped outside the lines, when you refused to bend, they labeled you a problem and called that the end. But labels are just weapons when control begins to fail. They're not describing who you are, they're telling their own tale. The villain's role is not your truth, it's just their way to say that we cannot control him, so he must be wrong today. They'll call you arrogant, too hard, impossible to hold, but every word is just their fear, their story growing old. You are not what they describe, you are what they can't break. A man who chose his own damn path for his own damn sake. Son, this is the law of the free man. When you stop being what they need you to be, they will ban you from their narrative. They'll make you the stain, the one who ruined everything, the one who caused the pain. But do you know what that means? It means you won. It means their system finally came undone, because they cannot control what they cannot define. And you, my son, stepped out of their line. They call it difficult, I call it alive. They call it ego, I call it survive. The man who bends to every will becomes a ghost, but the man who stands alone, he matters most. They'll rewrite history, my son, make you the one who failed, the one who wouldn't play along, the one who derailed their perfect plan, their perfect world, their perfect little game. But you're not in their story, you walked out of their frame. So let them talk, let them spin. You are not what they say you've been. The villain's role is not your truth, it's just their broken lens. You stopped being their puppet, and now they can't pretend that you were ever theirs to hold, to shape, to bend, to keep. You walked away from their design and woke up from their sleep. They don't hate you, they hate that you refuse to be their toy. You became your own man, my son, and that's the greatest joy. The label of difficult, egoist, or arrogant is often just the punishment you receive for refusing to be manipulated. When you stop following the script they wrote for you, you automatically become the villain in their story. They don't hate you, they hate that their control strategies no longer work. So let them call you what they want, let them rewrite history, Because the man who is hard to coordinate with is simply the man who stopped being an extension of their desires and became his own master. That's not a flaw, my son. That's the certificate of your freedom.